this concept of completely letting go of everything.
Mm.
And symbolically, you're letting go of your breath, and you're letting go of your thoughts and your beliefs. But where does that leave you? How do you function and live your life with nothing?
Absolutely. Yeah. Because you and I have talked about this. This idea of what if. What if you had no beliefs? What if you had no positions, no conclusions, no identity? What if you were able to absolutely purge yourself of all of that? And we've discovered in that, you and I, that there is a sense of, like, if we can imagine it, there is a sense of freedom. There's a sense of, oh my gosh, letting go of all that holding on and trying to, maintain this sense of identity and, how do my beliefs and stories hold me in place? When we can just let all that go, there is a sense of freedom. But then the intellect kicks in and goes, well, that's well and good, but what the hell? Like, I've got a life to lead, right? I do have an identity. I do have an ego that I utilize to help give myself some sense of place in the world. I do have beliefs. I do have conclusions. I do have positions. So the idea is that in a meditative practice, in the safe place, we can practice the what if. We can practice letting it all go. It's a cleansing. It's a purifying. And letting it all go completely so that we can loosen our grip on it, or actually help it loosen its grip, let our beliefs loosen their grip on us.
Okay.
And then we can choose how we move back into our awakened life, or back into our waking life. And choose, what beliefs do we want to pick back up? What positions, ideas, concepts, sense of identity? It's like our costume, how do I want to wear it? What do I want to put back on? Who do I want to be, and how do I want to be? And typically what we find is we simplify. When we cleanse and purify and drop it all away, we typically don't pick it all back up again. So some of the analogies we can look at are going on vacation, going on a retreat. We do that to leave it all behind, get a fresh perspective, and then we can go back to our lives much more clear what's really important to me, what's really the emotional dynamic that is happening within me, and how do I want to more consciously and purposefully attend to my life now that I've been on this retreat. Well, that's all our meditation is, or what it can be. A couple of times a day, go on retreat, drop it, put it all down, and choose what you want to pick back up again. We do this when we spring cleaning out our closets. Feels really good, right? And it's the accumulated stuff that's accumulated over the year or so, and we start to look and go, I don't wear that anymore. It doesn't serve me anymore. I'm not that person anymore. I've changed. Doing that once a year, fantastic. Imagine doing it twice a day. Then we can really maintain, then the clutter doesn't build up as much, and we can actually maintain a more pure state of presence and awareness and clarity throughout our day, throughout our relationships and with our work, because twice a day, once a day, whatever our meditative practice is, we are letting it all go. Letting it all go. One of my favorite ways to look at this is, so a quick story. When I used to lead the trekking trips in Nepal, Gambu Sherpa was the guy who put together all of our treks. He's my brother in Nepal. I was the American trekking guide, and he's the Sherpa who put all of our treks together. So we had this beautiful friendship and bond, and it was very playful. And Gambu Sherpa one day played a classic guide's trick on me. I was wearing my backpack, and all throughout the day, he was taking small stones and he was putting them, while I, trekking along, he'd gently put them on my backpack, or open a little pocket and slip it in a pocket and such. So throughout the day, he's putting little bits, but they, at the end of the day, they ended up weighing quite a bit, right? So end of the day, I end up taking off my backpack, and I'm like, God, I don't know why, but I'm extra tired today. And sure enough, I had all the stuff that had accumulated throughout the day. And that's what happens with us throughout the day.
Yeah.
Angers, judgments, tensions, they mount up throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year. And if we're not releasing them purposefully, then they build up. So the way I like to look at this is, if you're carrying too heavy of a load in life, rather than open up your backpack and peer into the darkness and try to decide what you want to take out and what you're going to want to leave in, probably best just to dump the whole thing out. Empty it completely, and then say, oh, wow, look at that, I didn't even know I was carrying that, forgot all about that. So you consciously choose, what do I want to put back in my backpack today to carry? And your backpack's going to be lighter, and your journey through life is going to be a lot easier.
That's a perfect analogy, and a
Yeah.
great story to boot.
Yeah. So we can do that. We don't have to wait for once a month, once a week. We can do that twice a day, to actually empty the mind of all thoughts, of all beliefs, of all perspectives, of all conclusions, of all positions. And then much more gracefully move back into life and just bring back on what actually does serve us, and leave behind the old habits that don't.